black trunks with orange trim, fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada by way of Northeast Ohio. He weighed in at 146.6 pounds with a record of 31 wins, 3 losses and 1 draw. He has 17 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight in his 8th world title appearance, here is the accomplished WBO #2 ranked world contender and the relentless and renowned 2-time welterweight champion of the world, introducing Showtime, Shawn Porter. And his opponent across the ring, the defending world champion, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white trunks with black trim, proudly representing his home of Omaha, Nebraska. He weighed in at a ready 146.4 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign to the ring with a record of 37 wins, no losses, 28 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight in his 16th consecutive world title appearance, presenting the star of boxing and pound for pound great. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the former lightweight world champion, the former undisputed 140-pound world champion, and the current undefeated, reigning and defending WBO welterweight champion of the world, introducing Terrence "Bud" Crawford. Celestino Ruiz.
Okay, anything below, you're good right here. Gentlemen, I gave you guys your instruction in the dressing room. I expect a clean, fair fight, start to finish, and protect yourself at all times. Touch up, good luck.
Those eyes of Crawford lock in now. The eyes of a skilled hunter. We've seen it time and again. And for years, we've watched Terrence focus in and finish off opponents. Yet over that span, folks, you know there have been the elusive big-name targets. The man opposite him on the right of your screen, Shawn Porter, he doesn't care that Bud is supposedly just too dangerous. He doesn't care about promotional adherence. He cares about this challenge and the legacy. Can Porter pull it off, or will this be Crawford's statement night? We find out right now. We are underway for the welterweight championship, and Porter comes right out. Steps right to Terrence Crawford and through a combination.
As we thought he would.
Andre Ward and Tim Bradley with me. Joe Tessitore ringside here in Vegas. Andre, there's a distinct work rate pattern to Terrence Crawford in welterweight title defenses. He's economical early. He averages 28 punches thrown in the first round of those fights. That's a low number. It's half the usual welterweight output. Do you believe that makes for a grand opportunity for Shawn Porter if he's too economical?
It can, but that's who Terrence Crawford is. He's not going to change tonight unless he's forced to change by Shawn Porter. Terrence likes 2 or 3 rounds to get his game plan, gauge distance and range, and understand what he wants to do. It's to Shawn Porter's advantage to press the issue and not allow Crawford to do that.
I like what Porter's doing now. He's marching forward, but he's changing his rhythm, changing slots, moving his head, coming behind the double jab. And when he gets close, he's letting his hands go.
Don't punch, don't punch, don't punch. I got it. Turn around, turn around. Box.
And if Porter can steal some early rounds, it creates a sense of urgency in Crawford, which may draw him into a fight instead of a boxing match.
Wait, fight out there, fight out there. Stop. Break. Step back.
This is what's called controlled aggression by Shawn Porter. Not reckless, controlled. Coming behind the jab, staying disciplined, keeping his balance, not lunging forward, inching closer and closer to Crawford.
Crawford kept his composure this whole round. Didn't seem rattled at all. Didn't seem wide-eyed. He's fought in front of big crowds before. He knew Shawn Porter would come forward. It was no surprise to Terrence Crawford.
Crawford right now, he's calculating the speed, the distance for Shawn Porter. He felt the power already. But that nervous energy right there, look at how Porter's smart. Step back. Didn't want to crowd Terrence Crawford.
And even below the numbers that we detailed. Show you some of the celebs and sports personalities who made their way in.
Porter's fought a lot of different styles, but he's never fought a lot of different styles in one man. And that's who he's facing tonight. He's facing a southpaw, a guy who fights left-handed, an orthodox fighter, a guy who can box and a guy who can fight, and a guy who can hit. Good shot right there from Shawn Porter.
Shawn Porter responds with the right hand after Crawford threw the right hook.
Those are the surprising combinations that Porter is great at doing. Doesn't matter what position he's in, you got to be cautious and be ready every time he comes in.
Don't punch, step back. Box.
Right hook by Crawford right there got Porter's attention.
Sitting right on top of the orthodox fighter. Porter just able to get away from the uppercut. Good exchange on the inside. Good action here in round two. Crawford lands a right hand. Porter so willing.
Porter got the best of that.
Sure did.
Here come Bud.
Crawford trying to time that backhand for a moment.
I think boxing is slowly going out of the mind of Terrence Crawford. He doesn't like getting hit flush. He doesn't like the reaction of the crowd, even though this is a pro Crawford crowd. He wants to get some get back. You see that in his eyes and in his demeanor right now.
To the body to finish off an entertaining second round.
Heavy exchanges in this round. Porter got his. Crawford got his. That shot right there to the chest may not seem like much, but that hurt. A sweeping left hand from Crawford and a beautiful timed right hook. Call it a check hook by Terrence Crawford, and Shawn Porter took it well.
Thank you. Get him where you need him to be. Give me a first and second series of punches. Make sure when you decide this motherfucker, all right? Just keep boxing him.
Bomac, Brian McIntyre, the trainer of Terrence Crawford, said don't get into a firefight with Shawn Porter. Meanwhile, Kenny Porter, the trainer father of Shawn Porter, was giving his son advice in terms of how to react when Crawford does touch him. So both trainers want guys composed, collected, and sticking to the plan. That second round was something. Porter was 12 of 34. Crawford was 11 of 36.
Bomac is going to have to remind Terrence Crawford often to not get into a firefight, but to box. Not sure if Crawford's going to listen.
You're wondering what's slowing down Shawn Porter. It's the southpaw stance of Crawford. When he was in orthodox stance, Porter was able to land his jab and get inside. Now from the southpaw stance, he has to battle the lead hand of Terrence. Porter's starting to lunge a tad bit when he comes behind his jab.
That's what Porter does when he gets over anxious and he starts to reach for a taller man, and that could be very dangerous against this guy, Terrence Crawford.
Bud attempted right there the uppercut as Porter lunged forward. Terrence is starting to find his rhythm. As soon as he starts landing his jab, he starts getting comfortable. Here comes a turn from Porter. As soon as Terrence attacks, Porter's going to try to turn Terrence into that corner. That's why he's sitting there. There it is.
Good eye, Tim.
Ooh. Bud is coming.
To the body with the right hand goes Porter. Bud saying, you want some of that? You want that kind of exchange?
Yeah, he likes it.
It's over now. Bud is here. A fight about to break out now. There's a cut on the eye of Porter.
It looked like there may have been a clash of heads on that last exchange when both men came in. Remember, southpaw and orthodox, you can often get that angle where the head comes into play. So there is blood now around the right eye of Shawn Porter. That is not a knockdown.
Doesn't look like much, but Porter had to pick himself off the canvas. That takes some of your energy.
Now they're wrestling against the ropes. And they're jawing right through it. And Terrence is playing into it.
Thank you.
Southpaw versus orthodox.
There it is.
There it is. Terrence coming inside. Beautiful uppercut in the inside by Shawn Porter.
Hey guys, watch your feet, all right?
And then here's the moment where they tie up. And Porter went falling down. And then the end of the round. Wrestling fanatic, a father of two wrestlers who are collecting trophies. Tyrese and Little T. Round number 4. Punches through 3, 25-20 Porter.
Ooh. Beautiful surprising hook right there from Porter.
Coming into this fight, Porter's been cut 11 times. The majority of those cuts have come on the right eye, so there's a lot of scar tissue there. Not surprised that his eye is opened up this early.
It's very noticeable when you're with him. Looks like railroad tracks when you talk to him around that right eye, and now there's blood coming from it.
This is the urgency that I was talking about that Shawn Porter.
Good left hand from Crawford.
Good shot right there to the body. But you see Crawford is not thinking about boxing. He's thinking about fighting.
And then very accurate with the right hand as well. Puts him off balance again, right to the chest.
You see Porter being patient more than usually in fights because he feels those punches coming from Crawford and those sharp counters.
It's good to be relentless. It's good to have aggression, but it can't be too much of a risk-reward fatal flaw.
His attacks have to be explosive.
Yes.
They got to be sharp, accurate. After Terrence misses or throws something like that.
As he bounces and then comes forward with the right hand.
What Crawford is having issues with right now is the sneak attacks from Shawn Porter. They're so explosive and so fast that Crawford doesn't have time to compute what's happening, and before he knows it, he's been hit.
Dynamic fight early on. Fascinating fight early on. The athleticism of Shawn Porter. The skill and accuracy of Terrence Crawford.
I don't think pulling back is the answer for Crawford. I think he's got to have a tight guard and allow Porter to open up. And when he opens up, you get your shots off just like that. Pulling back from a shorter arm guy that's as explosive as Shawn Porter is not a good idea.
There's another left hand trying to dig underneath as Porter came forward. Crawford's been trying to test that body a bit.
Crawford's doing the right thing by going down to the body, trying to slow down Porter. Hoping that
lunging with the right hand, he gets out of the way, and all of a sudden Porter goes face first into the neutral corner.
Olay, Tess, Olay. Here comes the turn, the pivot.
Short left hand from Crawford as Porter comes out of that position, and we finish up round 4. Man, oh. Al Chernoff is the cut man for Shawn Porter. He is tasked with handling that right eye that opened up due to an accidental clash in round number 3.
Double right hand right there from Porter, sneaks in.
And here Kenny, his father, saying, Shawn, go left, go left. Right now he's circling right, and that is right into the range and the track of the backhand, the power hand of Terrence Crawford. Let's look at Andre Ward's card through 4 rounds, 39-37 Porter.
Tess, I could have easily given Crawford one of those first three rounds. Good shot right there from Porter, but Porter would always do just enough to kind of eke out the round, and Crawford would give up that 1 or 2 blows that would seal the round for Shawn Porter in my book.
I would circle the second round as potentially the round that could swing the other way. But it's understandable that you have tight rounds beyond the first.
Let me just tell you this. If Crawford thinks Porter's going to slow down, he's not. He's not going to slow down. He's going to be this intense and bring this type of intensity all night long.
Well, Porter's not even as intense as he normally is. He's being very thoughtful and methodical. He'll have tense moments, but he's not wrestling inside and digging to the body like we've seen him in the past. So you're right. I don't think Porter, at this pace especially, is going to fade.
I just spoke with Bomac, who trains Terrence Crawford, and he told me, I want Terrence to box more because that will open up the shots that he needs to land on Shawn Porter.
There's Porter coming in with that relentless aggression that he's known for. Terrence covering up as Porter tries to get around that guard. Terrence smiles at him and pushes him away.
Doesn't matter that it doesn't hurt. Shawn Porter's piling up points.
That's exactly right, Dre.
Porter right now is fighting a perfect fight. Being athletic, using his hand speed, using volume, roughing up Terrence on the inside right now. Changing rhythms.
Now at range, trying to place that left hand right to the body. He does a few times. And then goes on the attack to close out the round, does Terrence Bud Crawford. Dre, Bomac said the same thing that you expressed with your analysis of, hey, you're letting him come up and just touch you at times. It may not matter to you. You're not being affected, but it matters to the judges. That's exactly what his trainer told him.
Not only the judges, but it's allowing Porter to get into a rhythm, to gain confidence. And it's forcing Bud to press because he knows he's behind, at least on my scorecard.
Look at this from Bud
Crawford. The official scorecard.
Early on in round 6, as you see the head movement from Porter, but not able to dodge all of it. Here Porter now comes in. Back and forth they go.
I don't know if I saw some blood coming from the right ear or left ear of Terrence Crawford. I don't know if it's Porter's blood or not, but that's not a good sign.
Good forearm to the neck and a pat on the back from Shawn Porter.
Ooh, good body shot right there, sneak.
He has been able to get that left hand to the body a few times here in the first half of this fight. He's landed 11 body shots, has Bud Crawford.
But if you're Terrence Crawford, this is what you wanted. You've been arguably the best fighter in the world, give or take 1 through 3 over the last few years. But individuals, critics, fans, they got questions. And Shawn Porter's asking those questions of Terrence Crawford tonight. It's a great opportunity for him to answer.
Porter just crossed that threshold, and Crawford was quick to throw the left hand. Trying to cut off
and with some of these,
the ring there.
Yeah, to your point, Tess, Some of these rounds are close, but even the body language of Shawn Porter can suggest that he's in control.
And now this clash ahead here in the 6th opens up a cut on the right eye inside. Accidental clash. Touch, then power from Crawford. Wide swinging right hand from Porter off the mark. Attempt at the uppercuts from Crawford. Infighting from Porter. High intensity stuff here in Vegas.
Shawn doing the right thing. He got one hand free. He's swinging with the opposite hand.
Bud is landing, but Porter's taking the play almost every time.
Back of the trunks, Reed War. On a night he honors marvelous Marvin Hagler. And at the halfway point, it has indeed been a war. 53 punches landed for Crawford, 54 by Porter. Here's the clash of heads.
Crawford right there comes in. Porter actually wraps his arm around Crawford, brings him in.
For the champ.
And once you get on the inside, throw that motherfucker left around that glove, okay? You're doing good, man. You're doing good.
Something flow off of it. Flow off of it.
You heard Kenny Porter saying, pick your spots, but then back on defense. They really stressed fundamentals in this training camp to go up against Crawford. Of getting your hands back, of being in proper position defensively. Round 7.
It's the patience, the athleticism, and sharpness of Porter that's giving problems to Bud.
In that last round, Crawford had a 16-10 connect advantage. Landed 13 power punches. Always willing, right? Hands free, gonna fight. So the warning from Celestino Ruiz about leading with the head.
Right now, Shawn Porter has fought the perfect fight. A good mix of fighting, probably less than we thought he was going to do, but good boxing, answering at the right time. His defense has been good. We know that one punch can change it for either guy, but so far, so good for Shawn Porter.
And a critical word there, the descriptive of mixing it up. There's a right hand from Porter.
He hurt.
He closed the gap and landed a right hand. But that is what Porter said the other day. He said he'll never see anybody as athletic, as sharp, but somebody who mixes it up. You have to mix it up against Terrence Crawford.
And this is war for Shawn Porter. It's the art of war. Sneak attacks. It's fighting. It's boxing. It's going away when you want me to come forward. It's a little bit of everything that we're seeing right now from Shawn Porter. Crawford has more glaring answers or more glaring questions to answer now than he did before the fight started.
Don't punch, step back. Box.
See, the difference is that when Crawford, when he lands these shots on anybody else, they fall. But the difference is Shawn Porter hasn't failed. He's not going anywhere.
And for what it's worth, fellas, it looked like Crawford, based on their face, their body language, their energy or lack of energy, looked like he struggled more with the weight than Shawn Porter. If so, you're going to see that show up in the latter half of this fight.
Coming to the end of round number 7. Porter landed that right hand in this 7th round.
Ooh.
And as we come to the bell, an opportunity to check in with Mark Kriegel and Max Kellerman.
Porter did not like those two left hands.
7-1 my ass. Those were
Total punches fairly even. Crawford with a slight edge now, 64-60. Good combination. He catches him coming in. Two-punch combination by Crawford. And so good countering both off the back foot, off the front foot. And now sharpshooting to the head is Crawford. Good start to round number 8 for the champ.
Crawford landing some of those, but not all of those. Good defense from Shawn Porter, but good punches and good exchange from Terrence Crawford.
67-66 says Dre. Max Kellerman said he would have flipped the second round to Crawford, but it's that kind of fight.
Good people don't understand what a swing round is, meaning it literally could go either way.
And it happens often at this level, Trey, right? At this elite level.
Those little shots right there from Shawn Porter are bothersome, and if they hit you right, they can hurt.
Yeah, but again,
here Terrence actually talking to Shawn about the headbutt right there. It's that pop jab right off the hip from Porter. Ooh. Just missing with the left hand as Porter came in.
Terrence has to watch that body language, because inside he'll turn, he'll do certain things that looks like Shawn Porter is in control and he's bullying.
Lead right hand from Porter. And another one.
Good shot.
various right hands. Porter's doing exactly what his father told him. Ooh, that body shot right there.
Wow.
Oh,
what a good thought from Crawford.
Yeah, that was a body shot, but that was an overhand right from Shawn Porter that definitely got Terrence Crawford's attention.
Each man having success. Porter with a couple of right hands. Crawford comes back with the left to the body, as he has done a few times. Goes with it again.
I'd rather get hit with a headshot than a body shot like that.
Especially those that sound like that have that shotgun effect. That was a great 8, wasn't it? Was the call to order changes of raise your level of intensity. Here we go, round 9.
That's been missing from Crawford, the jab. He hasn't been on his jab.
He's only landed 21% to this point.
Porter's looking for the overhand right. He's looking to slip in behind the jab.
He found it in the last round. There's a double jab from Crawford.
What Kenny Porter is asking his son Shawn Porter for is separation.
Check hook again from the southpaw.
The fight is close, it's tight. Where's the separation? Raise your game. That's what he's asking for.
Olay.
Crawford able to roll out to the left. Body shot from Porter. Crawford comes back jabbing.
Nice little sneaky body shot from Crawford in the inside right there on the right side of Porter.
He's landed 23 body punches to this point with a minute to go in round 9.
Looks like Porter wants to take a round off and Crawford needs to take advantage.
Left hand to the body again and again. Lead left hand from Crawford. As Porter keeps taking those steps forward.
Ooh.
Okay, guys, give me a clean break.
See Porter holding on, trying to get himself together. When you get hit with a shot like that, you got to reassess some things.
Both guys landing some counters right there, exchanging.
Going underneath with the left hand to the body. Crawford had a 14-10 connect advantage in that last round. Had 9 power punches. Overall, 92-79 connect advantage for Terence Crawford. Body work in that last round and the short uppercut that we showed. There are the body punches. 28, and there is the knockdown scored in round 10 by the champ. Terence Crawford catches Porter early in round 10. And now patiently probing. Seeing what could be behind that jab. There's a combination. There's a lead left hand. Porter looks good on his feet, but not coming forward and firing at Crawford for the moment. There's the overhand right. And another combination. Beautiful work by Crawford. Magnificent accuracy by the champ. He does damage. Kenny's on the apron, and he's stopping the fight. His father says it's over. Terence Crawford has just stopped Shawn Porter. No man has done that. Crawford just did it. Opposing trainer / father embracing the undefeated world champion.